Hey everybody, it's time to get crafty with Shelly Kallach, Couture Mentor Designer. Hey everybody, hope everyone's having a great Monday. It's October 15th. I can't believe October is already halfway over. I can't believe the year is almost over. And from this point forward, it just seems to go faster with Halloween, and then you have Thanksgiving, and then Christmas, and then the New Year, and then we start all over again. So I thought I'd come at you today and show you the build a JackOLantern transfer, which sadly has retired on the 9th. I didn't realize that was going to be a retired transfer, but it has retired. If you're interested in trying to find one, I will do my darndest to find you one. There are some people that sometimes will order for a class and they've ordered too many, so they're looking to sell the items. So let me know if you're going to be interested by the time this video is over. I'm going to switch over here. So this is what we're working with. I went to Michael's and bought 4 of these pumpkins. They're little wooden pumpkins. They all came looking like this with this happy fall. I've taken some wire cutters and I've cut them. I didn't want to bore you with that, but I'll show you how I did it with this last one. So I tried to move everything out of the way. And this one is stuck in the middle, so bear with me here until I get this on the outside of the leaf. Alright, so I want to, it looks like they stapled everything. I don't know if you can see those little staples. So I'm going to go ahead and come on in through here and snip. Alright, pretty easy. And then I kind of just wiggle this and it comes right off. There's still just a teeny little piece left, so I'm just going to grab that with the corner of my snips here and pull that right out. And then I will throw all that away. So put the leaf back and there you have it, a nice clear surface. This being a wooden surface, it's pretty smooth. But I've done it on wood before and I've had it rip up the wood and it's stuck, it's like splinters stuck in my transfer, so I don't want to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and wax them quickly. I usually just grab a rag or paper towels. Here's my wax. It's just good old-fashioned wax. Get some on my paper towel. And this, or I did this one already, so I'm going to put that at the top. And I know I'm just going to be kind of using this area, so I'm not going to worry about getting the whole thing. I'm going to just rub that on the surface, just to make it a little bit smoother. It helps, it actually helps the paste adhere to your surface, and then it also helps for the release of the transfer. Put that over there to dry. A little bit more. Again, just quickly. It kind of darkens the surface a little bit, but then it will dry and it lightens back up. Okay. And one more. It doesn't take long to do. It just, 15-20 minutes maybe to let it dry, but I think this soaked in pretty well. I did one so that I could start on one. So while I'm doing that one, we can let these dry. Alright, so there's that. And it looks like the orange stain came off on that one. Alright, I'll close up my wax because that kind of gets stinky after a while. Set that aside. Put these aside. And then we're going to pull out our transfers. So I planned on using all 4 faces. No need to do the stems because of course it already has the wooden stem here. So we'll just go ahead and cut out the faces. This would be a cute project for the kids to do. You could do this on cardstock if you're a paper crafter. Just I would make sure you get a really, really smooth cardstock. Not all cardstocks are created equal. So make sure it's just a really good smooth one that you find. Alright, and I'm just going to go up these two white lines. You can see that each pattern is kind of defined by a little line. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that. Put that aside. And you could always mix and match. So if you want to put those eyes with this smile, you could always do that. I wouldn't cut it, but what I would do is just, you would put your paste on the one, and then you could come down and put the paste. You would take that off, put this one down, just do the eyes. And then there's some separate pieces. You could do a smile. You got probably a couple eyeballs there, a couple nose options. So there's a lot of options for your pumpkin faces. Okay, keep cutting these apart. Alright. And then what I'm going to do, put that aside, I'm going to take a Sharpie and I'm going to mark on the back. Just so I know these two are kind of the same shape and these two are the kind of the same shape, so it just helps to make sure you put it back on the correct backing sheet. Sometimes I'll hold it up to the light. I don't know, you wouldn't be able to see through this, but I'll draw what the eye shape looks like. So then I know that's the set to put back on this. Alright, so that's that one. These are the square-ish ones. So there. These are kind of they almost look like leaves. Those are those eyes. And this is your pretty traditional pumpkin face. That way I know which one goes where. Alright, let's get started. I have black and I have pumpkin pie paste. So I think I'm going to start with black on the orange, and I might do one of the white pumpkins and put an orange face. But I think I'll probably stick with black. That's going to be easiest, but let's get these open. And we want to make sure we stir these up to a very smooth consistency. Just going to grab a couple spoons. And there is a ton in this lid, so I'm going to try to get that out of there first. Kind of cool, there's white in there, so they must have a white pigment. Everything is special pigments, organic pigments that they use to color their paste. That's a real nice consistency. It's very smooth. It's kind of like powdered sugared frosting. If you find that you get some that are really thick, like sometimes the mustard color paste always is thick when I get it. And I mean like brownie batter thick. And you just add a couple drops of water and stir it until it gets to a good consistency. Alright, those look good. I have our new small squeegee. You could see that it tapers that way. These are meant to fit into the jars much better. This was our older small squeegee, which actually do now fit into the 3-ounce jars. When we had 2-ounce jars, that didn't work. So a lot of people were cutting them down, and then they'd cut it down again. That's good for those really complicated transfers that have little pieces little parts that you may want to change a different color too. I'm going to see if we have any comments or anybody live with us here today. All right, we are going to go with the first pumpkin that I waxed off camera. And I think for him, let's do this pumpkin face. Hi, Vicki. This guy looks frazzled, so we're going to put him on there, okay? We already got him marked on the back. I'm going to remove the transfer. Usually I can catch it with my skin on the corners. Sometimes people have trouble and it ends up peeling the backing, so just stop and then try it from a different corner or a different side. But this one's lifting well. I'll set that aside. And then what we want to do before we put it on our surface is we want to fuzz it. So I'm going to put it on my towel. I'm going to do it about 2, 3, 4 times. You can tell when it kind of gets a little less sticky. You want to pick up some fibers so that it doesn't totally adhere to your surface, because that would be bad. So we'll do that. That looks good. And we'll place him. Make sure it's under the raffia there. I'm going to try to feel with my fingers the edge so I can kind of center his face there. There, I think that's good. Okay, I'm going to rub it down, make sure there's no air pockets. All right, and then I'm going to take my black and I'm just going to apply it. Got a little bit of raffia in there, that's okay. Alright, a little bit of paste goes a long way. I'm going to make sure all the silk screen areas are covered. I'll come back in, just make sure I give it one last swoop, get all the excess off, because we don't want to waste any. Put it back in my jar and lift the transfer. How cute is that? Now I have a little decorated pumpkin face. He's cute. Alright, we'll put him aside to dry. Or I do have a heat tool that I could heat that up, but that's wood, so I'm going to let that kind of dry on its own, I think. Alright, and then when I'm done with my transfer, I am going to put him next to me on a really wet cloth. But eventually he will go into a water bath so that I can get him clean. Let's go on to the next one. This one, let's try an orange face. So we're going to do the classic pumpkin face on him. Alright. Again, we're going to fuzz it so it's not entirely too sticky. If you're a paper crafter and you use cutting machines, you'll know what I mean about when you get your first fresh cutting mats. They always tell you to take a towel and kind of fuzz it up a little bit just to get some of that tack off of it. Alright, so we'll go ahead and line this guy up, try to move the raffia ribbon here. Again, I'm going to kind of feel with my hands where his edges come to. It looks like I'm going to go off a little bit, but that's alright. This one had a wider smile. Alright. Alright, we are going to do orange with this guy. And I'm going to just take my spoon. Just kind of drip him across. These are high quality material transfers with silk screen. So if you ever silk screened a t-shirt back in the day when you were in high school, if your brother ever made a silk screen press, you'll know what that is. Just spread it, make sure I've gotten all the transfer or the silk screen areas covered. Make sure there's no thick lines. That looks good. Put that back the excess. And take it up. How cute! That really turned out cute. I like that. And if I chose to, I could go over it with black, but I don't think I need to do that. I could maybe put black circles in his eyes, but I think he looks cute, just the way he is. I'll put him aside to dry. Put my transfer down. All right, let's go to the next one. This guy looks a little frazzled too, maybe even a little scared. Fuzz it up. There we go. One more time for good luck here. All right, we're going to try to move the raffia here. And again, I'm going to feel for the edges. This one gets real close. That's good. Perfect. Grab that down. Because you don't want any air bubbles. That's what makes the paste get under it and it won't come out right. Get a little bit of paste on my squeegee. Sure it gets in all those silk screened areas. Apply pressure to get all the excess off. Not too much pressure, and you don't want to play with it too long because it does start to dry and then it gets stuck in this silk screen and it won't adhere to your surface. So you don't want to work it too much. Ah, that turned out nice. That's fun. These are cute. Alright, and we got one more to go. And clearly I can't do orange on orange, so we'll go black again. Okay, we're going to fuzz this guy. He looks mean. If you see that you like this and think this would be a fun thing to do, let me know. And I can add you to my VIP and opportunity group so you can learn about becoming a designer yourself as a hobbyist or as a team builder, business builder. Tons of great perks. Your personal purchases are 40% off, which is totally unheard of in a direct sales company nowadays. Most I've heard is 25%, which you will get back on customer purchases as in commission. So, and then they have some business building opportunities where you can earn money, free money, to place orders for free product. Who doesn't like free product? So, okay, we're gonna get this guy on. Again, I'm going to kind of feel where the corners, our edges are. Make sure it's nice and tight, no air bubbles. Get some black paste. Apply that. A little bit more here. There we go. You don't have to be neat about it. You just got to make sure it's gets in where the silkscreen parts are. Off your excess. One good thing about this is that it's water soluble. So if I get it on my towel, if I get it on my clothes, if I get it on my carpet, it comes off with water. I would probably tell you to not do it on your kitchen or your family room carpet, because you never know. There are in this, not the stains, but the pigments that they use. I'm sure some have staining capabilities, so just make sure you protect your area. And there he is. somehow I got a black little dot. It must have got underneath. So we can take him off with water and I'll show you how to do that. He turned out really cute though. I use Lysol wipes. I'm going to first get it off my fingers here so I don't make it worse. Move that guy out of the way. And you just wipe it away. This is just covered in black, so I want to make sure I get a clean space. That's another beautiful part of waxing your projects. It helps those stray pastes that go awry. And that's that guy. These turned out really cute. Can't wait to display them for Halloween. So there you have it. 4 quick jack-o'-lantern faces. Didn't take much time at all. There's that orange guy, orange face pumpkin. And here's the first one. And still looks a little wet. It's probably on its way to almost dry. But there you go, a pretty quick project. I'm sure whatever is left over in your stores at this point is probably deeply discounted. So if you want to run out and get some for this year's decorations or next, this is a fun little project. So if you enjoyed watching this, please share my video with your friends, for your crafty friends and not so crafty friends, because you really don't need to be crafty or creative. This is pretty much all figured out for you. The transfers are pre-cut. All you have to do is apply the paste and take off the excess and peel your transfer. And then you have a beautiful project that you can display. So I appreciate you coming by and visiting today. I'll talk to you soon. Have a great week. Bye-bye.